Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvacesa Sunyavadi Paschatari Sitarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatame. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatame. Nitai Gaura Sundar, Nitai Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar. Nitai Gaura Sundar, Nitai Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pravikrajacharya Asasara Shri Srimad Bhai Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Guru Parampara ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giriraj Govardhani ki, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki, Shri Nilachal Purushottam Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Navadip Mayapur Dham ki, Yamuna Mai ki, Ganga Mai ki, Tulasi Devi ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Transcendental Book Distribution ki, Brihad Mridanga ki, ISKCON's Food for Life ki, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki, Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki, Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki, Shri Shri Radha Shyama Sundar Lalita Vishaka ki, Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Sudasan Chakra ki, Patita Pavani Gaur Sundar ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj ki, ISKCON Gurus Vrinda ki, Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the Samuel devotees. All glories to the Samuel devotees. All glories to the Samuel devotees. Glories lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.
श्री सिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, प्रहलाद लाद दायने, प्रहलाद लाद दायने, हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। शबदीता नर हरि रूपा, जय जगदीश हरे। जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय, लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय, लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय, लक्ष्मी नरसिंह। जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय भगवान की, भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
Hare Krishna. Their Lordships Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Shri Nitai Gaura Sundar ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So welcome to the Sunday Love Feast program. It's so wonderful to see so many of you here today. Is anyone coming for the first time? Don't be shy. If you are here for the first time, a very special and warm welcome is extended to you. Thank you for taking the time to spend your Sunday afternoon in a very enlivening and spiritually charging session. Our speaker today is His Grace Prabhanudas, who is the temple president here at the new Jagannath Puri temple, and he's going to be taking you through some nice philosophy that will help you recharge your spiritual energies for the week. His Grace Prabhanu Prabhu ki.
Srila Prabhupada ki. So, welcome. I just want to say thank you for those of you that have made the journey to the temple. It's not easy to get from our place of residence to a spiritual venue. It's always a challenge. But today we have a few things. His Grace Gopal Prabhu, many of you may or may not remember him. Sarisha and, where's Sarisha? She's hiding somewhere there. Her father, Gopal Prabhu from Verlam, our leader who managed the Namahata for many years in Verlam in many activities. He left his body 3 years ago in Sri Mayapur. So obviously he went back to Godhead because he was in a dham. So we can pray to him today for some blessing and mercy. And that way we can ensure that we get some contact in the spiritual world. Let's put it like that. And then His Grace Brahmananda Prabhu left 6 months ago, and his family members are here also, his son and his wife and the extended family that are here today. So they also lamenting the loss of their father and husband and relative in that sense. But I hope that I can show you today that this journey in Krishna consciousness is not really a loss in any way, actually. It's always a gain for anybody who partakes and participates in the process, actually. Then His Holiness Karmakana Maharaj is quite ill, as many of you know. And, I can't ask you to pray for Maharaj, but I can ask you to try and ask for his blessings. I think would be the more appropriate consideration. Maharaj is definitely very, very, very advanced spiritually, pure devotee in Krishna's eyes. So in our sense, we can only pray to him for his blessing so that we can make advancement in our Krishna consciousness. And then lastly, let's use this opportunity of us gathering here and offering our prayers for everybody that we know. There are many people that are sick, many people have health issues, many people have so many issues in their life. So today, while we all gathered here, we can use that opportunity to pray for our welfare as well as for the welfare of everybody else, actually. Is that okay? Only the Prabhu said yes, actually. Matajis, you all don't want to pray for anybody today. Thank you. Ram Gopal Prabhu, my screen's working? So I want to put something up for you. I don't know if you can read it. Can you?
I didn't tell you, my sister passed away.
Oh, okay. What's her name?
Sita Srimad Demi Deviraj. The funeral will be just taking place around now, between 12 and 1 o'clock.
Okay. So Kamyavan Prabhu was just making the point that his sister passed away. Her funeral will be taking place in Pretoria right about now, actually. So we also want to try and offer our prayers to Mataji. Mataji was one of those devotees that in the very early days of Krishna consciousness in Phoenix, she and her family gave sanctuary and help to many of the devotees, actually. So we really want to say thank you to her and pray for her onward journey to the shelter of Lord Krishna's lotus feet, actually. Can you see that? Anybody can read it for me? Try? One person. Who has the microphone? Jalling, use the microphone, it'd be better.
Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Albert Einstein.
You all know who Albert Einstein is? You agree with that statement? Anybody doesn't agree? You can speak, please, don't feel shy. I won't bite you, actually. You'll agree? Raj Kishore Prabhu? True? Mathematical calculation? Raj Kishore Prabhu is a very expert maths teacher, actually. Mataji, you'll agree? In your personal life, you're trying to do this. You're trying to accumulate money, so you want compound interest, isn't it? Anybody doesn't want, actually? Everybody wants? Nobody put their hand up when I asked, actually. Who wants compound interest? Who wants the value of that compound interest, actually? Put your hand up. If you don't want it, it's okay, I'll take it. I can use it for Krishna's service, actually. So meditate on that, actually. It's something that we're going to come back to at the end of the time, actually. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Thira Vanachari Jamuna Thira Vanachari Jamuna Thira Banachari Jamuna Thira Banachari Jayo Vadha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Vadha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Bhajajana Ranjana Jaksa Kunja Bihari Jayo Jasodanandana Bhajajana Ranjana Jamuna Thira Banachari Jamuna Thira Banachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe 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 Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Nitai, Guru Sundar Nitai, Guru Sundar, Guru Sundar, Jaya Nitai, Guru Sundar Nitai, Guru Sundar, Guru Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Nitai Gaura Sundar ki, Shilo Bhari ki, Nitai Gopramanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're going to read from Bhagavad Gita. This is chapter... Sorry, 1 second. No, not that one. Yeah. No, it's fine. So this is text 22 of chapter 3, this is actually. Okay. Purusho prakritistosi bhungte prachite prakriti jan gunan karmanam gunasangosya sad asad yonijamasu. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The living entities in the material nature, thus following the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil amongst various species. So let's read the English translation. I'll read and then you can follow me. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil amongst various species. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. This verse is very important for an understanding of how the living entities transmigrate from one body to another. It is explained in the second chapter that the living entity is transmigrating from one body to another just as one changes dress. This change of dress is due to his attachment to material existence. As long as he is captivated by this false manifestation, he has to continue transmigrating from one body to another. Due to his desire to lord it over material nature, he is put into such undesirable circumstances. Under the influence of material desire, the entity is born sometimes as a demigod, sometimes as a man, sometimes as a beast, as a bird, as a worm, as an aquatic, as a saintly man, as a bug. This is going on. And in all cases, the living entity thinks himself to be the master of his circumstances. Yet he is under the influence of material nature. How he is put into such different bodies is explained here. It is due to association with the different modes of nature. One has to rise, therefore, above the three modes, the three material modes, and become situated in the transcendental position. That is called Krishna consciousness. Unless one is situated in Krishna consciousness, his material consciousness will oblige him to transfer from one body to another because he has material desires since time immemorial. But he has to change that conception. That change can be effected only by hearing from authoritative sources. The best example is here. Arjuna is hearing the signs of God from Krishna. The living entity, if he submits to this hearing process, will lose his long-cherished desire to dominate material nature, and gradually and proportionately, as he reduces his long desire to dominate, he comes to enjoy spiritual happiness. In a Vedic mantra, it is said that he becomes learned in the association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He proportionately relishes his eternal, blissful life. Om Jnanatimrandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Laiti Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripas Sindhubha Evacha Patitanam Bhavinibhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama.